If you have a WordPress website, WordPress security is more important than ever before. Especially with the rise of AI, we see that thousands of WordPress websites are being hacked every single day. And of course, we don't want that. If your website gets hacked, it can slow down your website. It can cost you visitors because you will rank worse in Google, which means less business through your website. And in a lot of cases, people don't even know that their website is hacked. So what we're going to do in this tutorial, we're going to do a free scan so we can see if your website is hacked, if it has malicious files on it. Then I'll show you how to remove those malicious files. And then we're going to add some extra security layers on your website. We're going to do all that using MalCare. So in order to get started for free, we go to ferdy.com/malcare. Hit enter. Full disclosure, this is an affiliate link. We're gonna start with the free version, but if you upgrade later on, thanks to this affiliate link, you have 40% discount. So if you go to pricing in a new tab, holding Command or Control, look at this. We can get started for free, and free includes a lot of cool things. We get a free MalCare scan every 7 days, basic firewall, login protection. We get an alert when there's a vulnerability on our website, hardware to say for me. So you get quite a lot out of the box for free. And if you want to upgrade, you see 40% discount, 40% discount, 40% discount. We're going to talk about this later. We're going to start with the free version. So I close this window. So over here, we can scan and remove any malware from your hacked WordPress website. So I need to fill in my email address and then my URL, ferdy.com. And then I click on free website scan. Awesome. We're still in the onboarding. What I can do now, I can do two things. I can fill in my login details of ferdy.com and then automatically the plugin will be installed by MalCare. If you do not feel safe by doing that, what you can do, you can scroll down and over here, download the plugin. So I download the plugin by clicking here. There I go. Now I go to my website, ferdy.com. I go to the backend to plugins, add a plugin, upload a plugin, and then I grab the MalCare security.zip. I click on install now. I activate the plugin. Automatically, I go back to MalCare and I need to answer a few questions. How should MalCare secure your website today? I think I'm hacked. Check for hidden threats. Set up ongoing protection. Well, I go for this one. Check for hidden threats. So let's see if my website is threatened by something. I click on next. How often should we check your site for hidden malware? Well, it's free once in the 7 days. So I go for that. I go for the basic firewall right now. I go for all the free options right now. And it says we are preparing everything you need. So this will take a few minutes. It will analyze my website and scan for hidden threats. So I'm really curious what will come out of this. So right now I see this bar going to the right. So it's scanning our website. In the meantime, I can answer those questions again. How should MalCare secure your website? Check hidden threats. What security concerns do you have? You can fill in. I have no incidents in the last 30 or 60 days. Who manages security for your website? I manage it myself. Okay. Continue to the scan. So we're at 25%. It will probably take around 4 minutes. And why is that? Most scanners only check a website on malware based on a database of known malware from them. MalCare does it too, but it also uses AI-powered behavior analysis to detect suspicious behavior and find hidden malware. That's why the scan can take a few minutes, but it's much more effective. So 5 more seconds, 97%. Let's see what it says about our website. Okay, it says my first scan is now complete. No active compromise detected in the last scan. Keep your site protected with continuous monitoring. So no malicious files. Everything seems to be fine. It scanned 24,000 files on 131 tables. 0 hacks found. They see all the plugins I have, all the themes. Everything seems to be safe. So that's good. By the way, I have an account here at MalCare, but I don't have a password yet. So let me go to malcare.com. Let me log in and then I need to say forgot password. So I fill in my email address. I click on send reset link. Then over here, I go to MalCare password, reset instructions, change my password, confirm it. And then I click on update password. And now I can sign in. with my own password. And our website is still clean. Besides the scan, our website will be scanned every single week and we get a notification or an email when something goes wrong. But let me show you how it looks when there are vulnerabilities on your website. That word, vulnerabilities. So let me show you a different website that has something on it. And I will do another scan and show you how that would look. So over here I have this website. Besides that not everything looks great over here. On the eye, it seems like a fine website. You can click on some places. Nothing seems to be wrong. But let's put it to the test. Let's see if this website has vulnerabilities. So I click on free website scan. At this time, I will use the auto installer. So over here, admin, and then over here, the password. So I don't have to go to the website. I can just click on install plugin. So we can go through the same things. I think I'm hacked. Next, 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 next. I skip this. So let's see what will happen. So with this website, it says our website is hacked, even though we did not see anything about the website. So it has one malicious file. Besides that, everything is fine. So let's take a look over here. If I scroll down, malware scanner, it scanned 18,000 files, even a bit more, and it found one hacked file. So what we want, of course, is to get rid of that hacked file. How can we do that? Well, there are a few things we can do. The first one is we can restore a backup from earlier, but oftentimes you don't even know that your website is hacked. So it can be that when you restore a backup from last week, that the hacked file is still there, but you can give it a try. The second option is to go through all the 18,649 files and search for the hacked file. Well, I'm not technical. I wouldn't know how to do that. The third option is to let MalCare take care of it. So what MalCare does in the free version, it detects the hacked file. And in order to clean up your website, you need to upgrade. So let me show you how to do that. I can click up Clean Now. And since we need to repair things, we need to go for this plan. So if I would go to malcare.com, pricing, it is the repair plan. So over here, we get free scans, weekly scans, and we have a security layer, a firewall, and we have login protection. Then we can protect our website even more against attacks. And then there's the third plan, the third step. If your website is hacked, what should you do? And then we need the repair plan. Well, we get a lot of discount. So if you have some things going on, you can take a look at it manually, but that's kind of hard to find. Or you can go for this plan with a lot of discount, and then we can clean it up in a few clicks. MalCare's instance cleanup also remove backdoors, so your site doesn't get reinfected, which can happen in a lot of cases. And the repair plan has also all the features of the previous two plans, so your site gets at least 10 layers of extra security to protect it in the future from all kinds of attacks. So let me show you how to do that. I go back to my account, and here I see an overview with all the websites I have. I have currently one, GymFit, and then it says it is hacked. So what I can do, I can click on it. It's compromised. I can review the malware. As you see, one malicious file, and I can upgrade to clean up. So I click on upgrade. Well, we need to repair version. Over here it says we view the hacked files. We need them to be repaired. $179.40 per year for one website. So I click on buy now. And then thanks to my affiliate link, you get 40% discount. And then I will fill in my credit card details over here. And then I click on pay securely. Payment was successful. I want to go to my dashboard. Now I go over here. I click on clean now. So automatically clean up check. It's validating the connection. There is already a connection because I gave it my login details. So let's see what will happen and how long it will take. Connection is successful. Please configure advanced settings. Update WordPress security keys, reset user passwords. If you want to do that, you can do that and you get those passwords, and clear the site cache. Well, I go with all three options. So I click on continue. Please note this action will scan and remove malicious code from your site. Make sure you have reviewed all selections before proceeding. While the process is designed to be safe, we recommend having a backup. Well, my web hosting provider has a backup. So if everything goes wrong, I can restore the backup from yesterday, which includes malware. So let's see what happens. I click on initiate. Here I see a check about everything that I said that is okay, that will happen. So I click on initiate. And now it's going to clean up my website. I would like to have a sip of water right now. It's empty. The site is cleaned. View, cleanup report. Oh, so there it was. I already thought it could be a WP content plugins, WP compat. Yeah, I thought it was there, but now it was taken care of for me. Of course, I'm joking. I didn't know where it was. So this is a plugin, and I think 90% of the threats and the malicious files are being placed on your website through plugins. So it's really important to keep those up to date. If you don't update them, then things can go wrong. Okay, so I have a new password, and that says over here, steps to be taken, update vulnerable plugins. So I can view them all. I see all the plugins, and 7 should have an update. And the great thing is I can do this from within MalCare. So I click on update, confirm update. In some cases, because malware, you cannot enter your website anymore. And the great thing is that with MalCare, you can update those plugins from within MalCare. So even though if you don't have any access, you can update a plugin. So also in that way, a malicious file can be overwritten and then the malicious file can be gone. So it's really important to have updates on your website. I think that's where it went wrong with this website. So all my plugins are updated. The malicious files are gone. What will happen now? Every 12 hours, my website will be scanned on malware. So if there's something wrong, I get a message every single day. And if there's malware, I can clean it up instantly. But thanks to this plan, we have an extra protection layer. So there's a big chance that malware doesn't even have a chance anymore to enter our website because we have a real-time firewall. And maybe you think, but Ferdy, I already have a firewall on my web hosting account. And that's probably true. You have a firewall on server level. So your server is protected from malicious codes from outside of your server into your server. But there is another level, and that is the WordPress level. So let's say you have a firewall for your server, still through WordPress, malicious codes can be placed. So with MalCare, you get a firewall that is around WordPress, not around your server. You already have that. So your website will be protected. How? If you install a plugin and the plugin becomes outdated, then there are ways for malicious codes to be placed. But with MalCare's firewall, that will not happen. And the firewall of MalCare is also smart. It runs on a lot of websites, and it's kind of smart in the way that when you have an e-commerce website and somebody buys something and a new user will be created, that will be fine. That will go through the firewall. But when you have a single website with a single user, you sell nothing and all of a sudden a new user will be created, then it will take a look at that like, hey, what's going on over here? So long story short, you have a firewall for your server, but the firewall from MalCare will make sure that your website itself, your WordPress website, is protected with a firewall. How do we need to set it up? Well, we need to do a lot of things in order to set up. I'm just kidding. It's already set up. I upgraded to this version. So now I have a secure firewall around my WordPress website. There are a few more things we need to do in order to make our website even more secure. In order to do that, we go to ferdy.com. Then I click on the search icon over here and I search for MalCare. There's a tutorial you're watching right now over here. You don't see it yet because I'm still recording it. But the first few things we need to do, you need to change your WordPress admin password. So over here, you go to user. I use this website, by the way. You go to edit profile. You scroll down all the way and here you can set a new password. Because maybe somebody got hold of your password and that's why they infected your website. The second thing, if you use FTP, I don't use anymore, but you should change your FTP account password. Your hosting account. So if you log into your web hosting provider, change your password. It can be that somebody got hold of your password and then got access to your website. And also if you want to, the database, change the password of your database. Then force log out all users. I will make a video about this. So if there are people logged in, Then after we changed things on the website, they could do things again. Now they are force logged out. So we changed the password so they cannot log in again unless we grant them the passwords for their accounts. Change the WP admin URL. Right now, if I want to log in over here, I go to WP admin. Everybody knows that. If I want to see if a WordPress website is a WordPress website, I go to the URL /WP-admin and I see if it's a WordPress website unless that person changed that URL. So if you want to make your website safer, watch this upcoming tutorial or go to YouTube if it's not here yet. You know what? I'll place a YouTube video from someone else until I made the tutorial. So I'm supporting another YouTuber. So there are a few ways to manually make the security of your website higher. So step by step, our website is becoming more secure, but it can be if your website was hacked that you need to repair the damage. So here are a few things you can do. If your website is hacked, it can be that your ranking has been lowered. So what you need to do towards Google is apply our sitemap again. If our website is clean and there's no weird outgoing links anymore to spam websites, then we need to show that to Google so they can put our ranking back. So in order to do that, log into your website. Then I go to the backend. I go to my search engine optimization tool. So I use SureRank. Then I go to, let me see, general. Okay, I go to sitemaps, XML sitemap, enable XML sitemap and view the sitemap. So here it is. I copy it. Then I go to Google Search Console. I click on the top link. I start now. Then there's my website, verdi.com. And then I go over here to sitemaps, enter the URL, and I can submit it again. Well, it's been submitted a few days ago, 2 days ago. It's successful. And then Google will see, hey, this website is free from malware. So we can do with it whatever we want to do, which is probably rank it higher again. The second thing, it can be in some cases that your web hosting provider said, hey, this website has MalCare, not MalCare, but malware. We suspend this account. Here at SiteGround, let me show you. I got a message that something was not going on. Email service for hosting account disabled due to suspicious activity. Click on review. It's already 2 years old, so I fixed it. But they said, if you don't do this, we're gonna suspend your account. And if you do so, you need to get in contact with them saying, hey, my website is clean again. If that's the case, what you can do, you can go to malcare.com, go to login. You open a chat session with your web hosting account. And then if they ask for how things are going, you can make a screenshot and upload that screenshot, including your website. And then you can say, hey, look at this. Based on MalCare, really important, big WordPress plugin. My website is clean again. Can you get rid of the suspension? Then the third level, which is not a super cool level, is what if you have a website of a client that has been hacked and you try to fix it and you fix it and now everything is fine again? I would say communicate it towards your client. Be honest, they can most of the time appreciate it and say, hey, there was some malware on your website. I took care of it. Then you show them that you're willing to fix the problem. And now your website is up and running again. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate, but I am here to inform you that everything is working again. If you have any questions, let me know. It's better to say that than to say nothing and then later they can find out some things. That's not the best way to go. I think you should be transparent with your clients and just say to them what happened. So let's do a recap. We checked for free if our website had any problem. My website had no problem. Then I checked a website that had problems. There was a file, I didn't know which one it was, and it has some malicious stuff in it. Then I upgraded, MalCare took care of it, and then our website was working again. At the same time, since I upgraded, I installed an extra security layer, a firewall for WordPress instead of only the server. So now it's really hard for malware to enter my website. We hardened our website, we changed passwords, we changed the login URL, we force logged out all the users. So if there were people logged in, then after we changed things on the website, they could do things again. Now they are force logged out, so we changed the password so they cannot log in again unless we grant them the passwords for their accounts. Then we resubmitted our XML sitemap towards Google. We talked with web hosting providers like, hey, can you bring our website back? And we talked to our clients if they were involved in this whole malware situation. I also mentioned that sometimes a backup can help you to get rid of the malware. Not in all cases, but if the malware is really recent, then a previous backup can bring your website back. So if you want to learn about that, the same makers of malCare have another tool. It's called Blog Vault. Oh, and I will make sure it will appear over here, the tutorial. You can also go to YouTube, search for Blog Vault 30. And there I teach you how to create backups. I used it because there was something going on wrong with my website with, it was not SureRank, but it was RankMap, which broke my website. Well, my website is really important. So I had to restore a backup and then everything worked fine again. And then I switched to SureRank. I also have a tutorial about SureRank, but there you go. Let's leave it with that. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to learn more about WordPress, but also about AI tools, I'm going along with the flow. Everybody's talking about AI, so I'm also learning things about that and making tutorials about it. Then you can subscribe. See you later. Ciao.